Hi, my name's Harry Dewulf. I am a writing coach and editor. I help people to tell better stories. Science fiction gets described as classic because it's thematically simple. That's really all there is to it. It's classic science fiction when the limits on spaceflight are beyond what our current understanding of physics allows, of course, but it's deeper than that. Classic science fiction harks back to a simpler time, a more optimistic one. There's an essential nostalgia in it, whether it's a nostalgia for the rewards of science and technology, or a nostalgia for what we humans might become, if we can but overcome our petty differences. Well, we may, in the last few decades, have become deeply disillusioned with nostalgia. We may have cast off the rose-tinted spectacles through which we viewed the past and have seen the horrors that we've been ignoring. We may even feel that we share in the responsibility for what happened in the 20th century, from civil rights and human rights abuses, through unjust and illegal wars, to the systematic covering up of the abuse of children and women in our supposed civilized societies. Yes, nostalgia could easily be a dirty word. But I think that now more than ever what we need is optimism. You see, we've uncovered and faced the darkness in our societies. We're in the process of beginning to address the abuse and inequality. We're talking about it openly, in public, in front of our children. That is a reason for optimism. So although the optimism of mid-20th century science fiction may have been misplaced, misguided, or just plain wrong, there's no reason to suppose that things aren't going to get better, and every reason to suppose that they are. So, as people shrink from the horrors that have been revealed by our honest look at our past, they want a safe place to go. And your job as an author is to provide it. And even as your readers recoil, even as they shrink, it's your responsibility to give them the human truth that they need to see. This is one of a pair of courses. If you want both of them, I'll tell you how to obtain them both at a reduced price in the introduction that you can access in the free previews to this course. You're currently watching the one about space adventure. The other one is all about space opera. In these two courses, I'm going to show you some of the familiar conventions and tropes of 20th century science fiction. I'm going to show you how to approach plot, characters, world, and story to create a convincing, optimistic vision of the future, and at the same time, a satisfying read. But I'm going to apply, as I expect you to apply, experience and judgment to those conventions and tropes, so that you can create a story that is suitable for a 21st century reader of science fiction. I'm going to show you what's wrong with the way that both classic and contemporary science fiction is written, show you how to adapt the tropes and conventions so they will be meaningful to readers born after TNG first aired in 1987, or indeed those who've never known a world with less than 6 Star Wars movies, that's those born after 2005, but also still have a deep meaning for lovers of science fiction that was written before the 16th of July, 1969, when science fiction officially ended for the first time with the first moon landing.